guys, welcome to Fridaysews. My name's Sarah. Thanks for joining me today for the first Fridaysews I've done in absolutely ages. It is Friday the 21st, I think, of March. And tomorrow is an exciting day because I'm off to the Stitch Festival at the Business Design Centre, which is in Islington in London. I've been a couple of times before. I was supposed to go last year, but I had the flu, so I couldn't go, and I was gutted. I had massive FOMO. Otherwise, I've always been on Sundays. This is my first Saturday at any sort of sewing show. And I'm a little nervous about it. I know the Sundays are normally a bit quieter and Saturdays are normally the busiest day. So I'm sort of gearing myself up for it being a bit more hectic than usual. The reason I'm going on the Saturday is because I was very kindly invited by Fabric Godmother to make up their newest pattern, which is the Aspen dress, in one of their new fabrics, which is, it's actually a print they've had for a while, but the base is new, which is their strawberry fair print on a denim base. Now, I've actually already made a dress in their strawberry fair print. I'll try and pop a picture here, which was on a viscose linen base, I believe. And I made the Tilly and the Buttons Mabel dress, and I mean, the cutest cottagecore combo ever. And they contacted me asking me to make Aspen, and they sent me a selection of fabrics to go for, and I sort of picked a few, but I was quite drawn to the strawberry fair, even though it is on a sort of ivory base, which is risky for me. I'm a messy gal, but I went for it anyway, and I'm really pleased with how it has sewn up. So I will be taking part in I think it's called the Instagram Makers Catwalk, at the Stitch Festival tomorrow, so Saturday the 22nd at midday. And I've got a few ideas. I've heard from a few other Instagram people who will be on the catwalk, so I'm really excited to meet some people in real life. I'm a bit nervous. I think the assumption is I'm sort of used to being on stage, so that I'll find it really easy, but it's very much I'm used to singing on stage. I'm not used to just like being myself and walking. It's one of those things where I feel like when I have to do something very simple in front of a crowd, I just overcomplicate it in my mind. So, I'm feeling really quite nervous, but I'm looking forward to it too. And I'm very pleased with the dress. So let me talk to you a bit about the process of making the dress. So the Aspen dress is sort of a utility inspired midi dress. It has two sleeve options, so a short sleeve and a sort of more advanced shirt sleeve with a cuff. It has a zip up front, a zip closure, and a shirt collar, and it's a really sort of contemporary design. Oh, and there are pockets in the skirt as well. Gathered skirt with pockets. Lush. Yeah, it's a really, really, I think the Fabric Godmother patterns are always sort of quite heavily influenced by what sort of styles are popular at the time. So, yeah, I was really excited to make it and really flattered to be asked. Generally, I enjoyed the construction. I thought it was actually pretty straightforward. And I also feel like they get the trickiest steps out of the way quite early. So the collar and the zip, which I appreciated because I'd been a bit worried that I wasn't going to be able to get everything done. And then actually I got the trickiest things done all in the first session when I sat down. Amazing. I think I have to play around with the fit. Generally, the fit's okay. I needed to remove some length from the bodice, so I found that the waist sat quite low. So I actually took about 1.5 inches out, and I think I could probably take a tiny bit more, but I'm quite pleased with where it sits now. This was interesting to me because in their last pattern, which I think was the Fleur, which was sort of the bow front Ganni inspired dress and blouse. I think it's just a blouse actually, but I made it a dress. I found that the bodice came up too short, and when I looked across other sort of plus sized people who had made it, that seemed to be, if you compared the waist seam on sort of bustier people with where it sat on the straight size models, it seemed to sit quite a bit higher. So it's interesting that for this one I found that the waist sat actually lower. So again, I went and compared When I had it on, I was thinking like, oh, that's not quite sitting where I expected. And when I went and looked back at the pictures, I was like, oh, it should be closer to natural waist, whereas mine was like quite dropped. So I adjusted that. Also, one of the optional design features for this dress is to have these chest pockets with frills, with or without frills. I have chosen to omit the pockets. I don't like how things with double pockets look on me. I think I'm a very busty lady, and it just sort of adds bulk and attention in a place where I think there's like enough bulk and attention going on. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind a single pocket. I did consider putting on a single pocket, but I just sort of like how it looks without. So I've gone without pockets. Yeah, the construction was pretty quick. As I said, I had to take a bit of length out of the bodice, and also the darts, I think I need to play around a bit more. I did an FBA, and I think I could play around a bit more with the darts. I've adjusted them a little bit, but I think I could give them a little bit of a tweakment. But those are very much to do with my body shape. I did a small, it does come in 2 cup sizes, but I did a small full bust adjustment, which I was expecting to do. And overall, it's super cute. I'm not going to lie, guys. It's really, really cute. I'll put some, I've not taken proper pictures of this yet, but I took a little video and so a couple of pictures just of it on the mannequin. I'm hoping that I'll have some nice pics of it after the Stitch Festival tomorrow. Fingers crossed. But yeah, definitely would recommend. It's a really fun make. And I've also been thinking that actually so one of the things that's been going on whilst I've been a bit absent is I've been considering a bit of a career change. So I've been trying to work out if I want to move into classroom teaching or trying to get my qualified teacher status. And I'm sort of a bit up in the air about that at the moment because I've heard so many different things, and also because it seems really difficult to do if you are a person with financial responsibilities. So, you know, having to take a year out, or you do the job but you're paid very, very, very low wage, things like that. So I'm still sort of sussing out what I'm going to do, basically. But I am doing a bit more in the school that I currently teach singing at. So they've got some stuff going on with sorting out staffing for something. So I'm going to be stepping up and doing maybe a little bit of classroom stuff. I'm going to be doing some work with the choirs and things. So I just want a bit more sort of work appropriate wear for spring, summer. And the school, they obviously have a dress code, but I would say you see like quite a variety of you see people who are very, very formal, and then people who are, everyone sort of looks turned out, but like less formal. And anyway, I was wearing this dress earlier and I was thinking, this might work I think I probably could wear this one to work, actually. I think I could probably get away with it. But also I can see how in other fabrics, it sort of gives enough coverage, but without seeming stuffy. So I'm definitely going to be making a few more of these, but I'm just going to see how it goes when I wear it out for the day tomorrow. I've just got to try not to spill anything on it. So, but yeah, so that's what I've been working on. I'm feeling good, actually, because this is the last thing that I had commitment to sew in terms of either a brand sort of collaboration or like a commitment I'd made myself. So I wanted something for a specific event. So now that this is made, I have a bit of freedom to sew up what I want for a while without pressure. And I'm actually feeling quite driven to sew. Whereas previously when I had this freedom, I just was sort of missing my sojo a bit. Sorry about that. Nala is in the room. She's making an absolute racket and being very needy. I'm currently trying to scratch her tummy so that she stops making lots of noise. So yes, so I'm looking forward to having a bit more freedom to sort of sew what I want. I have a Tiana Herring juniper dress that's been cut out for weeks now, that I'm really keen to sew up before it gets too hot to wear it, because it's in a jumbo cord. So I think that's going to be next. But I also have a bit of time off work coming up, and I'm hoping to get lots of work inspired dresses so that I've got lots of options of things to throw on for the next term. And yeah, I'm sort of feeling excited to have a bit more freedom in what I sew for the coming weeks. and months. So I will definitely have another vlog up very soon about the Stitch Festival, and I'm hoping that my Friday sews will become a bit more regular, because I'll actually have had time to sew things up. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes I had after my last vlog. I had a really nice birthday. On the actual day, me and Nathan both took the day off work, which was great because it was a Thursday, and Thursdays are normally my longest day, where I go into school. I teach from sort of 7:45 in the morning, and then I teach all day, and then I do private teaching after school, and then I run a choir until 10 o'clock. So Thursday's normally a really long day, but we both took it off. I had a lazy morning. He made me breakfast. We took Nala out for a really gorgeous walk, and then Nathan and I went for sushi in the evening, and then we went to see the Bridget Jones film, which I hadn't been that bothered about, but I actually loved. I found it was really weepy, and a bit less, like, I think the last couple of films have been sort of a bit more silly, and this one was funny, but it had just a bit more substance to it. I really enjoyed it, and Nathan enjoyed it, and he didn't think he would, so that was really good. I've also had my hair cut. It's currently sort of drying, so it's a bit flat, but yep, I had my hair cut off because I just had enough of it being really long, and I wanted it to have a bit more spring. I felt like the longer bits at the back were sort of the curls getting a bit stretched out, so that's been nice. And yeah, other than that, it's been very boring because it has literally just been working all the time. But yeah, it's just been weird because this is normally a really quiet time of year for me, but with the charity concert thing that I did and some other things that have come up, it's just not worked out that way. I should also say the charity concert, just on the night, so not including online donations, we raised just under £7,500 in one night, which I'm thrilled about. So we're really well on our way to our £10,000 target for the year, and yeah, it just felt like a really good evening. It was very stressful getting there, but yeah. And this next term is going to be, I've sort of taken on cover at school, as I was saying, so it's going to be a stressful time, but I'm hoping it's all going to be worth it. We've got a really quiet summer planned. The last couple of summers we've been sort of planning a wedding or moving back into our house and things like that, and this summer is a lot quieter. We're probably not going to be going away, or we might just do a little staycation. I'm going to have a play around the garden at our house, try and sort the garden out, but it's going to be quiet. So I do sort of feel like I may disappear for little spells, but then I will be back, and yeah, hopefully with lots of stuff sewn. Anyway, I'm babbling away because I've not spoken to you in absolutely ages, but I'm going to love you and leave you for now. So thank you so much, anyone who has tuned in today. I hope you're all well. If anyone is going to be at the Stitch Festival tomorrow, let me know below. Or equally, do come and say hello. I'm going with my friend Sophie, who's one of my friends from university, who's an amazing creative-y person. And another one of my friends, Kate, who's a singer friend of mine, is going as well. She won a ticket, so I'll have a couple of pals there, but I'm sure there'll be lots of you, virtual pals, who I would love to meet if you're going. So do let me know below if you're going to be there. Please, if you are going to be there, give me a cheer on the catwalk, because I'm scared, guys, I'm scared. And yeah, do come and say hello. Last time I went, there were a few people who came over, and it was just so nice to sort of meet people in real life. That's the best part of going to these things, right? Anyway, that's me done. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye.